Hello friends, welcome once again to our next part of our Ionic 5 delivery application tutorial. In this part of this video, we are going to be working on our dashboard. You can call it a landing page. I know many of you have been waiting for this part. So we created our login. This is our login. Then we created this sign in page, and also we created the sign up page. So what you need to know that we are going to break down this screen into different parts. So in our first part of this video, we will be creating this header section. So if we can go to our drawing board and try to draw this screen, you'll find out that we have our screen is something like this. Sorry for my ugly drawing. So we'll have something like this. Okay, so that is our screen, and if we change the color, let's do okay, let's do blue. And then we have this first part, which is the header section. And then in this header section we have, let's say we have first the title, and then we have the search bar right down here. Okay, so this is going to be our search. You can, let me just, so this is our search bar, and then we can have another. So if we look at our application, you find out that we have this menu bar, which is this one with our title here, and also we have our search bar, which is right here. So in this first video we'll work on this one, and then in our next video we work on the slider menu of our products. So this will be product preview of our application. So we'll work on this one. We'll have something like this. Like so. And then down here we'll have another menu, which will be this one, being the most bought products on this application will be showing up right here. And then here we'll have our bottom tab bar. Okay, so this will be part 1, then this will be part 2, and then part 3. So this video is going to be splitted into 3 parts. I'm going to first work on this one, then come here, and then come here as you follow along. Okay, so let's without wasting time, let's dive into the application and see how we can come up with this. All right, now this is our application. So we'll go just right into our pages folder. Here we are going to create a home screen. Let's go ahead and enable our terminal here. Run this command, Ionic generate page inside our pages folder, and our page will be home. So after that, then we can after adding our home screen page, let's go out and test out our application. We can just print here, just write something here like hello world. So that is our page. So we can go ahead and launch this into our device. So Ionic app, first we will run a sync to sync our changes with capacitor. All right, so after that command has run, then we can also run Ionic app run Android. So this will open us our Android SDK that we are going to be working with. Alright, so good. Now our application has launched in Android Studio. All we need to do is click run to run our application. We have some errors. Okay, let's wait for it to download the latest Gradle tool that we are going to use to build our Android app. Alright, so now our project has finished downloading the Gradle tools. Let's go ahead now and run our application. I'm going to be using my device, which is going to work as my emulator. So this is our home page. Now what we are going to do is we are going to redesign this page so that we can have something like this, as you can see here. So we are going to start by the header section. As I told you before, we have this header section here. So it's what we are going to start with. Create these sections in the header. Okay, so if you are just joining me for the first time, please feel free to subscribe to my channel so that you can receive more videos that I'm going to be releasing on this topic, on this project. So also, if this is your first video, please feel free to go back in the previous video that I released so that you can be able to follow along. All right, and another thing you have to know that in this project I'm going to be using both VX Code and Android Studio. That having said, let's go to our Visual Studio Code. So inside here we have our page, which is home, and we want to create something like this, like what you are seeing here. So for us to be able to achieve that, we'll have to come here and then we'll delete this header section. So we are going to create a new header section, Ion header. Then inside here we'll have Ion toolbar. So in our Ion toolbar we'll have something like welcome to okay, you save, and then we'll give this one a class of, since we don't want a background into our header, so we'll give it borders, Ion no borders class, and this one will enable us to remove any shadows and borders in our header. Okay, so we'll come into our title, Ion toolbar, and here we'll just create a new class here. We'll give it a background of color F4, FA, F6. That is our color. Okay, we save, and then we'll go ahead and inside here we'll also still create another iron header. So we'll say iron class, and then we'll give it iron toolbar, still of the same background. So, and inside here we'll create iron icon, and then we'll give it a class. We'll call it icon. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll specify different icons for different devices. So for iOS, we'll say good. So this is the icon we want for Android, and this one is what we want for iOS. And maybe what we can do is I'm going to just put a div here. Then inside here I'll put in my icon right there. Okay, and I think this one also I'll give it a class of main class. Good. So let's go into our CSS and then I'll work on that. Okay, so what we'll do here is we just specify header iOS. These are classes which are used to detect different platform device platforms. Like if I say header iOS, explicitly detecting an iOS. So it will be now, I will be now styling for only iOS devices. So here we'll say main toolbar, and then inside our main toolbar I'll have a background. All right, so I think also on the Android I'll just copy the same class and specify for Android. So dot header md, which is for Android. Good. So header md, yep. Okay, so we are specifying for iOS and Android with the same style. So after that, let's go into our HTML and see. So we have so far styled for the main toolbar, so we are going to style for the small toolbar. Okay, so here what we are going to do is we are going to specify the background because we want it on transparent. Now let's target our icon here. So what we'll do is we'll say dot small toolbar, then we target our icon, and this one will give it font size of 20 pixels, and then have color will be gray. I think let's increase to 26. All right, so let's save and check out our application. First of all, you need to run npm Ionic cap sync to sync our changes. All right, so let's go in Android's in our Android Studio. It's syncing changes. So after that, then we can still rerun our application and see what we have. Good, so we have our title here, and we have our icon right here. As we see, we have it in our screen. So so far now, this is what we are having. We have our I think we need to work on our title right here, to reduce on the font size, but the icon I think is fine. Okay, so we need also to fill our background color here. All right, so let's go ahead and do so. We are going to come to our HTML page here, and then inside here we'll look at the size, the text size, and the font size of our main toolbar. So we'll go into our main toolbar. Font size will do maybe like 14 pixels. Then here we can just wait for it to index. After that, then we can run our application. Okay, so now if we look at our device, yeah, this is something like what we want. All right, so what we are going to do is to add this shopping title here. All right, so let's go ahead and do so. Okay, so we add another div inside here, and we'll give it class title toolbar, then let's close. Good, so inside here we'll give it class of title. Okay, so let's go and try to style that up. Title toolbar, which will give it text align, left, and then we'll give it padding left still. I'll give it like 50. Yeah, I think what we're going to do also is to put the MD, and let's put our title toolbar inside here to target for Android devices. All right, so let's check with our original application. Yeah, we are approaching there. We are not yet there, but we are approaching there. So we need to work on our title here to reduce on the font size, and I think our title here is okay, only that it has some padding top which we need to remove. Now let's fix this background here in our application. So what we are going to do there is firstly we are going to remove this iron title here and toolbar, and then we are going just to paste that style there. All right, so let's change this color from this one, and we put that one, save, and let's first run our application. Good, so we are approaching there. If we check our device with what we are having here, you see that we are remaining with aligning this text with this one, and also this, I think this size is okay, so we need to align this text with this. All right, so now let's fix our title here. So we'll remove these quotes that we had applied to our font. Even here our font was supposed to be font size. Okay, if we save that, let's check in the browser. Good, now our text is right there, so let's try to increase the font size to like 13. Yeah, that is something like what we want. So let's align this text with this text. Title here, I think it has gone into, I don't know what has happened, but we need to fix this. So what we are going to do is we'll go to, we'll come here to our style. We will come here to our index page, and I think what we'll do, let's go to our CS style. I think what we can do is move this style out of this. Let's put it right there, save, and let's see what happens. Good, so now our title is back. So what we need to do is to change the color a little bit more darker. I think we can use that one. Okay, so let's save. That is much better, but I think we can increase a little more. Okay, D4. Let's check out that. Yeah, that is much better. Okay, so now let's try to align this text with this, and to do so we'll have to come back to our, actually not HTML, let's remain here. So we'll go where we define our title, then we'll just say position. We'll put it to absolute, then we'll put top to something like, let's put it to 5. Okay, let's save and see what we have. Is it 5 pixels? I think it is supposed to be 5 pixels. Good, so that is it. I think we need to change this color of this other text. Let's see the design. Okay. So if we come to this design, we have this color here. We want to copy that one, and then I think I will just put color to be this. Yeah, so let's save and see what we have. Good, so if we check out, this is something like what we have here. I think what we can do is, let's bring it a little more down, and let's reduce this. Let's add 6 there, and let's reduce the font size of our title to 12, and I think also here 12. Yeah, so let's save. Yeah, that is something like it. So if you check our design, yep, so now we are going to go to our next step with it, which is the search bar. Okay, so we have finished our iron our header section, so we are going to add a search bar right down here. Okay, so we have finished this part, and now we are going to add our search bar, which is down here. Let's go ahead and work on that also. Okay, so instead of adding our search bar inside the header, we are going to add it into our content section here, so that it can be among the scrollable. When you are scrolling the page, it can scroll instead of remaining stuck on in the header section. But you can give me your views if you feel like it is better to leave it here or put it in the content section. So please feel free to comment on this part of the video. Thank you. All right, so for now I'm just going to come down here in our content section, and we are going to apply full screen to true, and then here we'll create a div class. All right, so let's go ahead and style out our content section. So to do so, we'll come just right down here. We'll put comment. So IDs are referenced by a hashtag, and then class names are specified by a period. Okay, so we are going to display this absolute, negative 50%. Okay, all right, so this will be, we'll just have this, add it here. This was supposed to be y-axis, translates y-axis, not x-axis. That's why it has pushed it inside. Okay, so let's save that one and then run again our application. I think also what we are going to do is we are going to apply this style right down here, and we are going to change our color to something like that. Yeah, save. All right, so now let's give our search bar a color. So you see everything is just in white. Okay, so to do so, we'll just come here and add color. We'll give it something like that. Come here a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And then maybe we reduce a little bit our background. It's something like that. But then in our app, it's a little bit down. So let's see how we can inspect that. We were able to center our search bar by just adding margins left 20 and right 20. And we also went ahead and reduced the distance between the header. So we went to margins top. I reduced it to 20. So we made it a little bit closer here. Okay, so that's it. Let's meet in our next video. This part we worked on the header section. So in the next video we'll be working on the on the product